Alrighty, this is Colin again here. This is another in that video series of how to embed a CloudTables in your application. I've done it for various technologies like PHP and .NET and different platforms like Wix and WordPress, but this one's going to be specific to a Node.js application. I've made a very simple application already. That's just a login page. So HTML has two inputs, username and password, and then a submit button. And the very small JavaScript file just takes a request and prints out hello, how are you today, with that username. So we'll fire up that application just so you can see it running. Go to that page. I think that's a bit too fast there. Here we go. So now type in Fred and then log in. Hello Fred, how are you today? Very straightforward. So what we're going to do is we're going to embed it now with a cloud table. So we're going to say if the person who logged in was an admin user, then they get the table writable. But if it's not an admin user, then the table is going to be read-only. So we'll go back to the CloudTables application here. The embedding is on the embed tab there. The Node.js, you've got all the other platform, all the other technologies there that I mentioned earlier. This section here does most of the work. So it gets the API handle and then it gets a token. The token ties that session to a web browser session. So it means if your traffic was sniffed along the way, no one would be able to hijack it because that session is already being used. But before we can use the API, we need to add the CloudTables API into your project. So that's npm install. We'll save it. And then it's the CloudTables API. So it's just doing that. We'll go back to this section here. We'll grab this this code, put it into the clipboard, and go back to our application. So we'll put it into this post response here. We've used the require style of importing here, so we'll be consistent with that. And do it here as well. So we get in the API. This key here is a writable, that's why this is the read-only API key. So we're going to change this slightly later, so it's based on the user. Well, this here is also the user name that goes into the into the history. All reads and all writes are logged, and you can see who's been modifying the data and also the data set. That's on the CloudTables application again. But for now, we'll just put in the user who's just logged in. So we'll say request.body username. Now we just need to get the script tag. So the full documentation is here. The API can be used to read and write to the data set and to the data. So you can update records or create new records even. But right now we're looking for the script tag, which is just here. So we go back to our code here. There we go. So we need to get the dataset ID, which is back on our browser. So if we go back to our application, on the data tab, you'll see the ID for the dataset. So we'll copy this to our clipboard. Go back to our application here. And then that script tag, we'll just add it to the response. So we'll say response plus the script. So we said we'd change this as well. So we're going to say if the username request.body.username is admin, we will do a writable. So come back here again, go back to embed. So the easiest way to get it from here would be to just change this here to be read write. It's also down here as well on the security tab. I'll just grab it from here. Back to here. There we go. So we'll save this. So now we're getting the API. We're getting the API handle, getting the token, creating the script, and then the hello message from before, and now the script is being sent back to the browser. So let's take this for a spin. Go back to our browser. Go back to the login page. Or refresh. So let's do thread again first. So this here is going to be a read-only table. So there's no editing controls at the top. If we go back again, type admin. Of course, this would be tied into your normal login services. So this is a bit artificial here, but it's just for a quick demonstration. Log in now. Now it should be an editable table, so we can edit existing records, or we can create new records as well. So I hope this has been useful. As always, any questions, please let us know with email or the chat on the CloudTables app. Or if you have any suggestions for future demos, please get in touch. Thank you very much, and I'll do another video for you soon.